we're going to look at. And then I want to talk about some really scary stuff that goes along with comicsgate actually taking some of their harassment into real life, and it's really scary. But first off, let's say good morning. Good morning, Sultan. Good morning, Robert. Good morning, Hooded Justice and Joseph. Good morning, Mustafa. Good morning, Random Dude Draws and Raymond. Good morning, Everywhere Community, Video Games, and the World, who also has a channel. Good morning, Reese. Good morning, Cartoon and Comics and James. Good morning, Black Phoenix. Good morning, NWO and Figure Drawing. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. But yes, we are starting this morning off with a little controversy. And the funny thing is I I often wonder if this is bait. If this is a way to keep people talking about the Geeks and Gamers brand, or at least Ryan Kinel in general, and we're just kind of
Yes.
feeding into it.
Yes.
You think it's bait?
Yes.
What's the point of I don't get about it though. If it is bait and we're taking it hook, line, and sinker, what is the point of being
To be talked about.
But why would you want to be talked about in a negative light?
So you can be able to tell other people, so I live rent free in your head.
But you don't.
Not to them.
I mean,
Their perceived view on you or other people is what matters most.
But
oh, hey, you have a new person.
Yay! Good morning, M Pound Cake. Saw your message from the Amazing Lucas live stream. That's awesome. Amazing Lucas is awesome. He's great.
Pound cakes are awesome.
Pound cakes are awesome too. I should send him this video because he talked about the initial Ryan Kinel stuff when it came to him being like, there was only two good white people. Did not like that. Like, bitch, the main character is white, but we're not going back to the Batman. But welcome anyways. So what I want to do is show you guys the actual clip we're talking about here, and we're gonna go into how basically Geeks and Gamers brand, including Jeremy himself, Young Ripa, all of them have pretty much doubled down on this, and it's really quite scary. It's only 21 minutes long, or 21 seconds long, but this is the clip. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys make up your mind on this, and then I'm of course going to go in on it. Of course I am.
Alex, come here. They have a memorial to George Floyd.
Oh my gosh! George Floyd Memorial Live! Wait,
look at that. They got a Derek Chauvin George Floyd Memorial.
Dude, that's insane. Gemini Springfield.
I'm sorry. I know it's only 21 seconds long and I shouldn't have to rewind it, but I hate this little snide look. I'm sorry.
Floyd Memorial.
Dude, that's insane. Gemini Springfield live.
Amazing atheist. All right.
What?
Okay. Popped right up there. I also want to give a little bit of context here before we even go into it. Now, do you know who I was talking to?
No. I've never seen him before in my life.
I hadn't heard of him until the other day. And we're just gonna give a little context here, because this is who he was hanging out with. I believe, to my understanding, he's a right-wing comedian. But
is he funny at least?
No. It's not funny at all, actually.
Oh, okay.
AOC, my favorite big booty Latina. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina.
I want to do a little selfie.
I love it. My favorite, AOC. Nice to meet you, AOC. Look how sexy she looks in that dress. Woo, I love it, AOC. Hot, hot, hot like a tamale.
Oh, I want
Um,
to die.
so that was a comedy. I, I
That's how I felt about it.
that was unless comedy has gone a long way downhill, that wasn't funny. Like,
Booty
absolutely.
okay?
It's so I'm sorry, that's not comedy. That's not even on.
I thought I muted myself. But I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I could have sworn I
that's
put mute.
that was my ear. That was
sorry.
trash. No, that's fine. That was trashy for one, and that was some serious beta male energy from somebody having to go, "Oh my god, I know I'm so protected by police, but look at the booty on this lady. Watch while I harass this woman that's just trying to do her job." I don't know. That's low. That's some low IQ comedy to me. But I just wanted to give a little bit of context as to who he was hanging out with. So I'm a Geeks and Gamers and Alex Stein Beta. Yeah. That is not that. I don't know. I guess maybe because I grew up with like actual comedians, I maybe a little bit biased towards that growing up on movies like Clerks or people like Dave Chappelle or even old George Carlin. Maybe I actually see the art in some actual like comedy, right? Not just like harassing people.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty funny that I did see when I was looking at Max's comment section when it came to this. I did see people going, "Oh, Dave Chappelle would love a joke like this, da 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 da," and I'm like, does anybody else remember his Netflix special? I believe it was just called 8 minutes and 46 seconds. I've never seen Dave Chappelle so upset. Like, all right, I'm going to let you talk, I promise. But
Wait, he has a new special?
no, it actually was maybe within 3 months of George Floyd being murdered. He did a special about it.
Oh.
And it was part comedy, but a lot of it was just kind of real talk, right? How he felt seeing a black man murdered in the street like that. And it was good. It was good. It was a good insight. But it was also people going, "Oh, Dave Chappelle, he knows comedy. He would love this kind of joke that Ryan Kinel made." No.
Cartoons and comics. Sage is Latino though. Like you have so much Latinos here, Hispanic Latinos here, Tristan, and I'm friends with almost every single one of
That's
them. And
right.
It's so weird. And that wasn't even on purpose. Like they're like, how can you have like be friends with the same race? Like just mostly just that. And I'm like, it's not on purpose. It just happens.
Rules, this is your only warning. I'm not going to be mean, but you're spreading literal lies. So, unless you're going to enjoy the conversation and not, I don't know what's the best way to put it.
So I will say that I have a family member who is a cop, and she did when this happened, she told us how it is supposed to be in the actual training, and that the guy did it wrong. Like when you restrain somebody like that, it's supposed to be on their back and not on their throat. So he ignored protocol, and even if he did have drugs in his system, holding like the knee near the throat does not help.
It looks like I want to apologize. I didn't realize that this person that is popping up isn't popping up on your guys' side. And this was what I was giving a warning out to. I just wanted to make that clear. You guys didn't think I was crazy.
So whether he swallowed drugs or not, listen, like, what happened? What was that last year? Was that last year with the George Floyd thing?
2020, I believe.
2020? Oh my gosh.
I
Uh,
know, right?
so I'm not gonna remember that information. So maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't remember. I heard that he probably most likely did, but
Right,
the throat thing wasn't supposed to happen.
right. And
Asphyxiation, what the heck does that mean? I need you to explain. You're smart.
asphyxiation, when he was unable to breathe. He was unable to breathe. And that's been proven in a court of law. So I'm not going to kind of dive into the conspiratorial stuff. And regardless, you don't get to pretend you're the party of facts when you won't go along with them. So no, I'm not going to. Yes, actually I did see this morning. The other 3 officers have been convicted in sentences as of this morning.
I thought they
So
were convicted a long time ago. Did it just happen?
they were sentenced this morning. I seen it, I believe,
Ah.
on Law and Crime. Law and Crime's I never was subscribed to Law and Crime before the JD and AH trial, and then the Law and Crime I've kept subscribed to, and they've had really good like not good stuff obviously because it's crime, but like this between that and the oh my god, what's his name? Not Alex. Alex something.
Alex Jones? No, I'm just
Jones. The Alex
Oh, that
Jones
oh,
stuff.
okay.
Oh my god, it's so entertaining to see this man. Not entertaining, it's so pathetic to be honest with you. It
I
is
can't watch it personally.
it's hilarious because this man was it's already been a judgment that he was guilty of the Sandy Hook stuff. And now he's trying to say he's not getting a fair trial. Bitch, you didn't show up to court. Oh, God, it's so ridiculous. That man is crazy. Absolutely insane. But I digress. So, what do you think of the whole situation?
Yeah. With the Ryan Kinel or the George Floyd?
Right, Ryan Kinel. Yeah.
So I was wondering about it, because something like this is obviously like going to be on Twitter, even though there's not much talk about it.
Right.
I'm trying to look for it. Was it this one? It was not. I was looking up everything during that day.
Okay, so I guess what I'm asking here is, do you see this as big of an issue as him talking about being clearly racist with the Batman stuff?
No, I don't. But I don't think that should be something that he should just yell in public.
Oh my, okay, so we're gonna disagree here. I think this is much worse. At least those were fictional characters, people that were made up. He is being like open on a live stream, okay, with the murder of a black man. I get it, dark humor, I get all of that, you know what? But you have a lot of black people in your audience, or I believe. I mean, I've seen I watched, if you guys want to check it out after the stream, and the Lonely Banter did a really good breakdown of this and kind of gave his thoughts. But I thought that video was really good. I think it is demoralizing to your audience, and I think I would much rather have them say some trash shit about Batman, who's a fictional character, than I would about a real person. That's why I think this is so much more erroneous. This is why I think this is
kind of the opposite, because even though the Batman are fictional characters, there's real people playing them, and he's talking about the real people, the actors being involved,
That's
and
fair.
not so much of the characters. Oh, I found it. So there was like a thing that said, does Geeks and Gamers stand for racism? With Ryan Kinel and the other guy, and one of the person I follow was like, not directly, but they definitely create a safe space for intolerance, prejudice, and bias. And I said, yeah, I can definitely see a lot of that, especially since were you ever, you weren't officially with them, I believe. But we
With
looked at
who?
a lot of their stuff. Geeks and Gamers.
No, I was never part of. I don't know why people have that. I've never streamed with any of them.
No, just watching. I meant we're just watching.
Oh, I've watched their stuff on and off for years, but that doesn't mean I agree with what they say. No, I've never. I've gotten that before. Somebody asked if I was ever part of their team. Fuck no.
For me,
no.
I've always agreed like 100% with everything they said. And then like there was this one piece of media, I don't remember what it was, but I watched it and I'm like, okay, this was actually pretty good. And then they were like, no, it's some SJW woke garbage, and I'm like, what? How? It was so much fun. They're like, because this happened, and this happened, and I'm like, okay, now you're doing this on purpose, aren't you? You're purposely trying to find things wrong, and that just takes the fun out of things. Oh, we saw his review was like 8 minutes or something like that, right? I'm pretty sure we both saw
we
it.
didn't watch it.
I saw it.
I watched it. I watched it after that initial stream when we talked about it, and I was like,
it wasn't better with context.
Oh boy.
So.
Nothing helped the context. Nothing helped the context. And I'm like, and it kind of goes back to what me and you talked about a while ago with Nerdrotic. Counting the times a woman saves a man in Moon Knight. Like,
yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. But okay, if you want to count, that's fine. But don't pretend like this is something that should be said. This is full mask off to me. As if it wasn't obvious enough. As if we haven't seen it before. But then we're going to look at it here in a little bit. And I don't know the original stream. So initially, I don't know if this is something he normally does or not, but by the time I got to the stream, it was already on unlisted or something. I was able to get it through Max's live stream, but I actually have to watch Max's channel because the follow-up live stream, I have no idea. But you can literally say, Jeremy, I'll get there. Oh my God. Movie Madness and Entertainment. I knew him initially as Mad Max, the Mandalorian.
Madness, wasn't it? Never mind.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was, but that's how I initially knew him. So I'm
you
like,
can just call him MME.
Yeah, I always get his name wrong. But Movie Madness Entertainment. Okay. But it's very weird to me because it is I guess Jeremy kind of saying yeah, I'm racist. What? It's so weird to me, the whole thing. But I gotta find it here real quick. So Bianca, give us some more of your opinion.
Of the video we just saw?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, personally, I'm like, even if, like, I didn't. So I'll just say it right here. I don't like what George Floyd did. I don't like what he was doing. I personally do not have sympathy that he was dead on the street. Which is personally me. I do have sympathy because probably kids were watching from the car.
Wait. What?
I mean, the car he was kidnapping this girlfriend and their kids with was a stolen car.
No, he was not.
It wasn't?
No.
Because they said they had a police report.
Anybody. He was at a grocery store. He wasn't kidnapping anybody.
Wait, I thought he was in the middle of the street. On the highway.
He was. No, he was in a town. He was getting a beer or cigarettes or something.
Sketch. I'm just kidding. What else did I learn? Listen, this was from like 2 years ago, so this is from what I remember everybody was telling me.
Unless you're thinking of a different person, maybe. No.
Nah.
Oh, that was Jacob Blake. Yes. Fabio, thank you. You were thinking of the absolute wrong person. Jacob Blake survived. George Floyd
Frick.
was
I said my memory was bad.
Yes, okay. So let me refresh it to be clear here before people realize George Floyd was just living life. He literally was just I think it was over a $20 bill if I remember correctly.
Counterfeit?
I don't think it was counterfeit. I think
But
they
isn't
thought
that
it
what was
was, but it
called?
wasn't.
How you got a marker and you can just scratch the vest?
Yeah. George Floyd went to buy a pack of cigarettes. They called the cops. And they murdered him on the street with people. Okay, so can somebody? I mean, it doesn't matter if it was counterfeit or not. I would say somebody verify that, but who cares? A counterfeit $20 bill can accidentally slip into your pocket, or it can be something you made. $20 is not worth murdering somebody over. No,
No. I think they said that the cops knew him or something like that. Like they met before.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Oh, you didn't hear about that one? Okay, so never mind. I guess that
I
doesn't point.
regardless, nobody deserves to die over a counterfeit $20 bill. He was murdered in front of people begging for them to just lift up their knee. It was a fucked up situation, and now basically George or
So one of the officers
Chauvin.
didn't know him. So it was like people were saying it was like attempted murder because
It was murder.
one of the blah, 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 one of the cops knew him and that he was possibly a racist or something like that.
Okay. I mean, that could very well be. I don't know every specific about the situation, and what drives
Obviously, me
me.
too.
No, I was like, what? Like I was so confused for a second. Yes, you were thinking of Jacob Blake, but no, in this
That thing.
situation, he was trying to buy a pack of cigarettes. They called the cops on him for a counterfeit 20, and he was murdered for it.
And this is why I need memory pills.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Ginkgo biloba does wonders.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, not
So
attempted murder because he actually was murdered. Chauvin has now been judged or sentenced. And now also the other.
I saw the video
in that case. Yeah.
Relax. I thought it was the other guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I'm laughing, I'm not laughing because somebody died. I'm laughing because of my mistake.
It's there was a lot that year, and I understand what you mean. Like there was so many back to back to back that year that made a lot of national coverage because there was George Floyd, there was Breonna Taylor who was sleeping in her bed. There was, I'm trying to think who else. There was Jacob Blake. That one was a little bit of a weirder situation. He actually lived. I believe to the last of my knowledge, he was paralyzed. There was so many. There was Tamir Rice, Ahmaud Arbery. Like there was so many. So I get why you mix them up. But
my brain literally just formed them two together, and I don't know how that worked. But that's always how my brain works sometimes, and so I have to have people remind me, like, no, this was separate, and da 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 da, and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's my bad. Which I can obviously say, thank you, Tristan, and thank you, chat, because my brain is not doesn't function well.
That's all right. We're all there. Oh, okay. So you sent the timestamp. Okay. Or the timestamp. I said the time. Okay. 2940. Okay. That could very are we it looks Robert said he thinks somebody shared it because we're getting an influx of
I mean, from the title.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. Okay. So we're gonna take a look now. We're gonna take a look now at basically all of Geeks and Gamers team defending this again, and I'm curious. I'm curious if Ripa's gonna come out and be okay with it, or not okay with this, but defend it so hardly like he did with the Batman. That was ridiculous.
Sorry, Tristan.
Why?
I think Robert said I got your channel reported. That's my bad.
Oh, that's all right. I got a strike today too. I'll fight it.
Oh, from our Webtoons video?
No, I got a strike from something to do with Johnny Depp. I seen it as I was just coming in, so I'm like, wait, I'm so okay. Mods, you got this. All right, here we go. Here is what they had to say after all of this.
Bonds, and there's the other lady I was talking about.
That's Max. We're gonna get a little bit of Max here right towards the beginning.
Not to, don't send anything her way, but here you go.
You deserve.
Never ever apologize, these freaks, and never
indoctrinated, and that
you guys came here for twice the commentary. Not only do you get Max, you get me and Bianca. Love it. I love it.
That handbook that he read, SJWs always lie.
Is that a real thing? Is that a real handbook?
That's a book?
I guess so. I don't think it's
I mean, people
real,
can make books about anything, so I guess I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Enzo. Go support Enzo for looking that up.
Explain yourself to them. Fuck them. They think Ryan's a racist. What do? We just call him a racist all day long. Fuck you and your labels. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers is a racist. Okay, and fuck you gonna do about it?
How stupid can you be? I honestly hope that these people, for their sake, for their family's sake, never have to get another job. Because they won't be able to get one. Nobody is openly this terrible, calling themselves a racist, owning up to being a racist online, and able to get a normal job. Like, they're pretty young, too.
They're around our age, I believe, yeah?
Yeah, like, they're pretty young, too. Now when you go into a job, they're going to check your socials. They're going to check what you've put out there about yourself. Why wouldn't they? Most companies do. That's a typical HR thing. But, yeah. Ripple looks like a clown hanging out with these dudes. I'll keep my mouth shut.
I like that other guy's hair.
You were like,
which one?
Under Ripple.
I'm sorry, that made me laugh. No, I'll look in a second. Igniter Zone. Fox News will probably hire them. I actually seen Rippa went on with his non-totally woke comic, went on Fox News and Blaze. Okay.
Oh, well, he's always with Blaze. He talks about them all the time in his videos, doesn't he? Or maybe not as much now.
I was going to say, I don't know. I don't watch his stuff anymore. I used to.
Like, that was very, very, very old when, like, you would see...
I think he used to work for them at one point.
Does he? I thought he still worked for them. Well, I think when you look into the description, he might have it.
I know at one point he at least did. He probably still does. But what's your thought on the Rippaverse comic? It's not out yet. I didn't
It
back it,
exists.
if that's what you're asking. Yeah, it exists. He does work for them currently. Okay. Isn't the Blaze a
Right
Canadian?
wing. Never
Right.
mind.
I know it's right wing, but isn't it a Canadian
Is it
company?
Canadian?
I thought so. I don't know. I don't know much about it.
I don't know. When I think about it, I think Ohio.
What? That's so random.
I know.
I Geeks and Gamers could probably get signed to OAN, Newsmax, Blaze, and Daily Caller. That isn't Daily Caller no, that's Daily Wire. Never mind. Thank you so much,
Oh,
Ignatius Zone.
it's Blaze TV is A&E's network. It's in the UK. Launched in the UK. Or unless this is a different Blaze TV. Because I'm getting multiple things about it.
They this is I'm not it's an American conservative company that was founded in 2018 as a result of a merger between the Blaze and CRTV. Okay, all right. This is what people use a lot, and I like Reese a lot, so just be nice. Don't be mean to him in the comment section. But this is what people use all the time. Well, my black friend.
Well,
It's an excuse.
I knew somebody who was racist towards black people, but also had black friends.
Oh yeah.
So, and he was Hispanic, so it's always possible.
Oh, absolutely, it's possible. But they do that whole thing.
He was he didn't try to hide it though.
He was just like full mask off. I realized I realized my title of it said full make off. Like I don't know what the fuck that was. I meant mask off, but yeah. When people use that excuse, it's really
Texas. Thank you,
kind
Pontic.
of ridiculous. Like if you're gonna start your sentence out with "I'm not racist," but you're probably a racist. If your first excuse is to go to "I have a black friend" or "I have a black coworker," you're probably racist. If those are your things, you do you. But don't pretend like it is a good excuse. Just saying.
Labels mean nothing. We just mean the fuck out of you. That's all you are.
I saw some people finally figured out. Some people clipped on Twitter that my George Floyd memorial thing that I did at Universal.
Oh, look, he's laughing it off. Oh, look.
Twice the commentary.
Look how Nerdy Home and Ivan Ortega are just staring in the space.
I would feel awkward. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think. No, I wouldn't. For one,
it wasn't
never
even funny though.
That's the thing. Neither was the other person we showed either. But that is some sort of comedy nowadays, I guess. And I think I don't think there's a single one of us out there that can sit here and say we haven't made a dark, some sort of dark joke, or we haven't said something crass. So I'm actually more forgiving when it comes to that kind of stuff, if it isn't a pattern of behavior. But clearly we've seen the pattern of behavior, like not only when it comes to this, but me and you talked a little bit about the Moses Ingram situation, right? They were all like, oh my God, Star Wars is calling fans racist. What? This woman was literally sent threats involving her race. And they're okay with that. Unless it's about Rippa and his comic, and then they call it out. Make it make sense, Bianca. And she's not there.
I'm still blowing my nose. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're totally
fine.
What was
your question?
No, I said it's ridiculous. When it comes to Ryan, we've all made a really bad joke before, a dark joke before, right? But this is a pattern of behavior. This is a pattern of something we've seen from not only him, but his ilk, Geeks and Gamers. They literally tried to act like Moses Ingram getting threats and some pretty racist comments was totally fine.
Somebody told me that Gino Carano got worse threats and worst racist comments, and that hers was like 100 times worse than an actual black woman. And and I'm like, that's a joke. That's clownery right there.
If she did, I didn't see it. Like, at least Moses showed up and shown what kind of her personal receipts. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it's weird to me also that Gina hangs out with these people that are willing to make these kind of jokes. I don't, and I want to make this clear. I don't have anything. I think she's got more of a connection with Drunk 3PO than she does necessarily with the other ones. And I've never really seen Drunk say anything, but I also don't watch his content very often. Robert, thank you so much. Remember how EVS is both anti-Snyder Cult because they go after Jeff, but pro-Snyder Cult when WB calls them out, claiming they're going after the fans. Oh, yeah. There's always this weird hypocrisy with all of it, right? I don't want to see anybody go after Jeff Johns. I like Jeff Johns a lot, so I'm a little biased when it comes to that. But we've seen him kind of ride that line. I don't think going after anybody's job is smart when you're not in a position to anyways. When you're just wanting to take over. It's ridiculous. I'm not getting started on the Snyder Cut stuff.
Oh, he does think it's funny. Well, fuck you then. I will, yeah.
Play it, Matt.
What do you mean no one cares, Brian? And conservative people do care. Slighted in the fandom and encourage.
I wish I would have known where this was
stand
from.
by people
I'm
that
sorry.
Speak out. That's the only way you counteract it with say. You know how this. You want to know stadiums? The world got only one. But that's the way.
Oh my gosh, Max!
It is just that you don't have.
I was gonna say just put a 2x speed.
Like to gas you.
He's fighting with someone in the comments.
Oh, that's what it is.
I'm sure that'll go around.
I had to walk away at that when I was like, God damn it, Ryan. I was crying, laughing.
God, it was funny as hell.
Dude, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like somebody
played on the stream.
No, the fuck you should not. But
wait, what did he say? I missed what was funny.
I played on the stream.
No, the fuck you should not.
Oh, somebody should show it on the stream. No, you should not. Why? Why? If you stand behind your people, why?
Probably freaking bit my tongue. Most likely because they think they're going to be like EFAPed, but the video's already out there anyway.
Right. Hey, good morning, Saggy. I was actually surprised to see you didn't cover this. I was waiting for a notification last night. Not gonna lie.
But somebody during my stream, somebody said something. They were like Ryan's toned it down lately, it seems. And I said, are you fucking kidding me? Did you see his live stream earlier? Dude.
Yeah. There's like look at Ivan. Look at the bottom row, except for Epic Mike. They're not look. Do you think Ivan looks?
I think he's gonna say they look uncomfortable, but I would disagree.
He
looks a little pissy. Yeah. Ivan Toko Sensei. I don't know. We're gonna call him Ivan.
It says. It says Taco Sensei or Toko Sensei. It's really blurry, so I can't tell.
It is blurry. But yeah, he looks uncomfortable. I would say that.
Looks comfortable. Do you think Ivan looks comfortable or my nerdy funny? Okay.
At you at Simpsons Land of like the founder of like Springfield or something who's dressed like Davy Crockett, but he's like he's standing up there with his leg up and his like his foot is on like the neck of like a dead bear, and he's like laying on the ground. And I saw that shit, and I'm like, hey, Alex George Floyd Memorial, and like,
not too uncomfortable. They're all laughing. Like, here's the thing. You can make stupid jokes with your friends. That's a little, I don't know. I can't say that I've ever made that bad of a joke. Like, I've made some pretty dark jokes, or there was a long time, even up until a couple years ago, I would always say something was like, you know how when you were a kid and you went to like talk to your friends when you were younger, maybe you're too young, but like you would say something was gay, but you actually didn't mean it was gay. You meant it was, it was stupid. Like I used to be really bad about that because that was a typical like talking point. No, not talking point. I'm trying not to back. Yeah, like you would be like, somebody would be like, look what I got, I got a Jolly Rancher and you didn't get anything, and be like, oh, that's gay. Like when you're a kid. Like, I used to use that more than I should when I was young. And that was just because it never meant that was actually gay. It meant like, it was just a pejorative, right? Everyone used that back in the day. Exactly, Anthony. But it was something I had to get myself out of the habit of doing. But I can't say like I've ever said something like this. Saggy, how would you be a hypocrite?
What?
She said, see, I can't call out Ryan for that joke. I made George Floyd jokes and memes before. Oh, I did not know that.
I wasn't there during that time.
Yeah, I must have never seen it. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, me and my friends still use that's gay.
I've gotten out of the habit of using it, but like it was.
We obviously don't use it as much as like way back then when everybody was like saying it. But now when people will say that's gay, it's a different meaning now.
Right, exactly. It's totally different.
I'm trying to use an example, and like let's say I was talking to my friend, and she was like, okay, so like this guy and this other guy, they're dating now, and I was like, that's pretty gay. Because it is. And that's how they're using the joke now. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's how it's used right now. I don't know why that's funny to me. It shouldn't be.
What Knowledge Smith said, when they say woke, I pop up a little faster. They just want it to go back to the good old days where they were a center of attention and say what they want and get away with it. Their fun is being ruined. Yeah, I would agree. Going back to the good old days is unfortunately a little more realistic than we think. I just seen the craziest fucking thing this morning. Did you know that in Missouri? If you are pregnant, you're not allowed as a woman to get a divorce. It's not a joke. It's a real law. And it's not an old one. That's the scary thing. You can file for it, but it won't be actually looked into until after you give birth to your baby.
That's really weird. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Oh, I was going to say the ruining the fun part. Like sometimes when a lot of these movies come out, they can like ruin the fun. Like honestly, the Star Wars trilogy didn't feel fun for me at all, except the first one. But something like the Batman, that didn't ruin my fun. Ryan ruined his own fun because he said, I'm going to count, which to me, and like the whole black versus white thing, to me, it doesn't make him a racist, but just some stupidity that he said. And I'm just like, it was not necessary, because I'm I'm on the Christopher Nolan. I told you about my Batman marathon with my sister.
Yes.
We're on the Christopher Nolan films now. We're going to be doing The Dark Knight next. I can't enunciate with COVID. And the first movie is about tiny bit more than 2 hours long. It is longer than the Batman Robert Pattinson movie by a few minutes.
I didn't know that.
And my sister and I were incredibly bored during Batman Begins. And not only that, but they actually have a similar scene in the club or bar that the Batman Robert Pattinson movie had. The only difference was that in the Batman Begins, it was in the day, not in the night. So there was not a lot of people there. And during that entire thing, well, like, I guess Christopher Nolan is known for lots of white people in his movies or something.
I didn't know that.
That's why my black friend was like, he's racist. And then another time he was like, oh, did you see this movie? And I'm like, isn't that Christopher Nolan? You said you weren't gonna watch it because he was racist. And he was like, well, and I'm like, really, bro? You were making me feel bad for seeing freaking Tenet. Now you freaking hypocrite. I hate you. It's all fun. And so he's talking to Al Capone, which I didn't even realize was in Batman Begins. And he's talking to Bruce Wayne, and he was like, you see those people over there? Like, everything is corrupt. And it was 2 white people at the bar with, like, a lot of girls around them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a shorter scene of the Robert Pattinson movie. And the 2 officials, which I think one of them was like a judge or something, they were all still white. I mean, yeah, it's only 2 people, but they were still white. None of them was black either way. And I think, bye, Saggy. And it's like, that's why I think, I'm like, listen, I think you're just doing this too much. You don't have to count. Like,
I'm pretty sure you said Al Capone.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Maroni?
No.
Sal Maroni?
No.
No?
A Catwoman's dad.
Oh, Falcone.
Falcone, thank you. Sorry, I'm sorry.
I was like, wait, did I hear that right?
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
And so I found it funny because it was the exact same scene. It was still a majority of white people, even though it was only 2 shown. But it honestly didn't mean much. The only difference was that for the Batman, the whole corrupt system is what the entire movie was about. But in Batman Begins, it was just that scene. They never talked about the entire city being corrupt as like the main thing, even though they would talk about it a lot. But that's honestly not what it was. It was like Batman creating himself. Sorry, when I talk too much, I end up coughing.
How are you feeling? I never even asked because of COVID.
The sniffles and stuff is still there. I feel like that's the one main thing I want to get rid of.
I don't blame you. That's the worst.
My headaches are gone.
Good. I want to address something. This. Nope, that's not the right one from Reese. I know I've seen one. There's a difference between a bad joke and a pattern of behavior. I am not saying that one bad joke makes a person racist. That is ridiculous to even think that I would say that. And I am saying that it is a pattern of behavior from these people. You can't judge somebody off of one bad sentence, but you can judge somebody when they keep saying the same kind of shit over and over. And as far as Gina Carano, if you guys remember, I defended her. I think people tend to forget that. I said I didn't see it. I didn't say it didn't exist. And I also defended her from when she was fired. It is a pattern, Reese. It absolutely is. Just in the past 3 months, we've talked about it with this, and then the Batman. With the Moses Ingram situation, that's once a month if you think about it. Okay, let's continue this.
Alex is like, oh man, oh George Floyd.
You could tell,
took a selfie.
you could tell Ryan's confidence, which is never lacking, was kind of even higher at that point because he knew Alex would co-sign it.
Yeah.
So you could tell, like I could hear Ryan like being even louder than normal, and I just had to walk away. I'm like, holy shit. I'm just waiting. It's gonna be another bat. It's gonna be all over Twitter. It's gonna be all over clips. Everybody like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I was crying. I was crying laughing.
So because he had a friend with him, it gave him the confidence to say what he wanted to say, because he knew that that person would try to back them up and follow up.
Yeah. It emboldened him. He had no problem kind of saying it. And that's weird to me. But I do see the kind of, like, when we went over that Alex Stein clip, I see why he would think, this would be funny to him. I can see, like, I don't get why people, it's weird to me, and I've said this probably too much lately, but all I've noticed from the right anymore is they want to own the libs. That's it. Why is that? You were like, we've seen it with Matt Gaetz. I released a little clip of a video. The funny thing about that situation is he said basically that anybody that is pro-abortion is ugly and overweight. And the woman he was specifically talking about then used that platform that he gave her, that attention, and raised like $500,000 for women. But you know what? Own those libs. Like, this woman actually went out there and did something. And now you're kind of sitting there with egg on your face. A lot of what we've seen is the right lately just wanting to own people, right? And it's funny. We've seen it with a lot of stuff with Ron DeSantis too, like the woke math thing that there was never, to my knowledge, that I had seen, and I could be wrong, any proof of. It's just really, really weird. And this is what they convince people of. This is delusion at the highest level. This is like Red Scare delusion. What? Okay. All right, sure. If you actually, there absolutely was woke math. I would love to see proof of it. I had somebody try to send me proof, and it wasn't even in the right state. So, Dave Rubin is owning himself hard. He literally said that it wasn't ideal to be gay, even though he's gay. Oh my God, it's so bad. It's so bad.
He's trying to do some damage control after using are they called segregate mothers?
Huh?
When they want to have a kid, but for some reason they'll hire a woman to get pregnant and then once the baby comes out, that baby is theirs.
Oh, surrogate.
Oh,
yeah. And then a lot of people were, when he initially announced that they were having surrogate, I think they want to have 2 children, there was a lot of people that were like, oh my God, how dare you? Like, what? Okay. All right. I guess you want to take away his happiness. I'm not a Dave Rubin
I just
fan,
find
but
that
it's
weird.
sad.
Like, if you knew they had a partner, that they're going to want to sometimes whether adopt a kid or use the surrogate mothers.
Surrogate. We can get to
surrogate.
that.
I'm sorry. I think a lot of people just think that gay people will just like not ever want to have children or something like that. And I'm like, that's not true. You know, I know like even for lesbians, they'll do the same thing where one of them will like get pregnant and then so they can have like their own kid using a sperm bank or something like
Right.
that. So why people are surprised is beyond me. And then you see comments like, I don't think I would know how to live if I was not born without, or if I didn't have a mom. And I'm like, chill. It's not as big of a deal as you think it is.
Well,
Like,
yeah. No, I agree. I think they deserve to have a bit of happiness in their life and to be able to have children and everything else. That's fucking stupid. That is not for us to decide. Robert, thank you so much. People continue to mix up racist with bigot. Right.
that's me.
Right.
That's also me. I thought they were the same.
Somebody tried to conflate that in that John Della Rose live stream that I called Ripa racist. I never did. I called him a bigot.
Wait, can you repeat that? I just blew into my tissue.
I said the same thing happened to me. They tried to say that I called Ripa a racist. I actually called him a bigot. Basically there is a huge there's racist is obviously just somebody being prejudiced because of the color of their skin. That doesn't mean that they won't allow certain people of color that share or are willing to say the same things within their groups or confines. That's how history's always been, right? But a bigot is basically somebody that's, you know, thinks that they are 100% correct. They are unreasonable in their beliefs, their opinions, not even fact, right? Just opinion. And especially usually when it's how you treat somebody. There's a huge difference. Thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you so much.
All right, here we go.
I was dying. So
I'm ready for a double down. I've made that joke a million times anyway. So
a million times. Oh wow.
Anything new? Just people that don't watch my content, apparently. We did
just like to screenshot your thumbnail and title and just start crying about it. You know?
Oh yeah.
I'm not crying about it. I'm not.
They always play off this passive mode too. I've noticed with them. They always try to frame it like they're the cool guys, like just watching it with their popcorn happen. And anybody that criticizes them in any way is crying, triggered snowflakes. Okay, sure.
Ripa's very quiet. Okay. I'm actually it's entire so to his
yeah, what you deserve.
Okay, hold on. So
I think that's it.
That's it?
That was just I believe somebody had sent him that, and it was just a quick little clip of their live stream. I didn't know where the original one was at, so I figured that was easier.
Oh my gosh, I just burped on screen. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I keep forgetting to mute myself.
You are sick. You are
I know I'm sick. I have to be a better person.
You are fine. Dakota said, racism and bigotry are the same. Technically, racism of the form of bigotry. That's a much better way to put it. Bigotry can be in anything. You could be like bigoted about the color of Legos that are the best, but there is so many different ways that you can be bigoted or prejudiced. But
green Legos are the best.
No, red.
No, it's green.
You're crazy.
I am.
Unless it's lime green. I like lime green.
No, it has to be the dark green ones. Like grass green.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see here. Wrong thing. I'm gonna bring up my I want to talk about here in a minute. I want to talk about it's most people are less interested in this stuff, which shows that kind of comicsgate has become a joke.
No, hooded
But
justice. No.
I
Oh.
think that was probably an accident. Didn't that happen to James one time before?
Yes. Last time I think he said his cat stepped on the phone or something. It was it your cat again? Does your cat really hate James?
Oh, no, poor James. Is this what you were talking about, Robert? Yeah, no, I'm not seeing any racism or bigotry from Geeks and Gamers. They're one of the most diverse networks in all of social media. They have fun, make jokes, and they hate bigots and trashy Hollywood equally. They're honest and generally accurate in all their takes. Now, why the fuck is YouTube recommending you? I have no idea. I have no
It's
idea.
magic.
It is magic. Ooh. Okay. If
We'll see
that's what
James in
you
5 minutes. I'm sorry.
did they get it fixed? Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like it. I don't know anything about their social media presence. They have fun and make jokes. They hate bigots. Okay. Oh, okay. Sure. I would disagree with that.
I realize I should be watching this in full screen.
Are you not?
No, I wasn't.
I think Tristan and Jeremy should have a debate.
Why do we always have to have debates? Why
I
can't
don't
we just
know.
have discussions? Debates nowadays are no longer educational. Somebody, when I was on John De La Rosa's live stream, somebody was talking to me. He's like, "Are you going to see the debate with Tristan and Ripa?" And I'm like, "Not really." They're like, "Well, you should because she looked like a joke." And I'm like, "Well, listen. From what I remember, everybody was using their own definitions, and because of that,
that
we
was
weren't
my
getting
issue.
anywhere." You know, we have to decide on which definitions we want to use so we can make a better argument or a better debate. Plus, debates nowadays are no longer about educating. It's about one-upping one another and who sounds the most smart. And because of that, I will no longer watch any types of debates anymore. It's not fun. I'm not learning anything.
The only debate I would ever be in, because I realize they're just blood sports at this point. Nobody on that side wants to have real conversation. Nobody whatsoever. I've given them ample chances to do so. Is with a moderator. That's the only way I would ever have a debate.
I remember having a debate in my history class. I butchered that so badly because apparently everybody staring at me makes me laugh.
Oh, you have a nervous laugh?
I guess. And also I was like looking at my teacher, and the things like the teacher is the fun teacher, they're always making jokes. They're incredibly funny, all that stuff. And so because of this, he had an extremely serious face. And I was laughing at his serious face because I've never seen him so serious, and I thought he wasn't really serious. And so after laughing for a while, I'm like, shoot, that's an actual serious face, and I can't stop laughing now. Oh no.
That's so cute though. No, you don't have a nervous laugh. Joseph said you have a guilty laugh. Yeah, YouTube debates are just who has more fans, who can skew stuff. And the thing that is irritating about that is the reason why I would only debate with a moderator is because then you don't get to use your own definition and change them as you go along. That's not how real life works. I've given many people the chance to have real conversation, and they won't, and that's a shame. But I've also given people. To be fair, Chuck Dixon was the only one that gave a real conversation, but that was just me fangirling out, like, oh my god, I love your writing. That had nothing to do with an actual conversation about anything that his personal beliefs. But I've had people here from the left that have been willing to have conversations, even if we disagree, which is really weird. This is mind blowing, though. No, it's not sharing. Let me reshare. There we go. So, in case you guys are out, oh, Robert, thank you so much. My dark joke sees a Petco next to Dick's Sporting Goods when they sold guns. Well, if anything is wrong with the dog, you can at least take it next door.
Oh, he means a Petco.
Yes.
Well, Petco doesn't sell dogs.
Well, I didn't know that. I would have assumed.
Oh shoot!
By
hold
the
on.
name.
Depending on I think it's only around my area. Sorry, around my area, it's illegal to sell dogs, which is why they focus on adoptions. It might be different in other states. Never mind.
Wait, it's illegal to sell dogs in your state?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to just adopt?
Yeah, I will call people, a rescue group, if they actually answer and call me back, say, hey, you want to come over? You can like bring dogs, cats, whatever you freaking have. We had snakes and a hedgehog once. You can have them come over here, and hopefully somebody will adopt. And yeah, I remember we had the busiest day. We had snakes, we had dogs and puppies. Everybody bought snakes. And there were so many
awesome.
So everybody was there were so many people with the puppies, but nobody got a puppy. And I was like, you fricks, these are the cutest batches they've ever had, and you buy nothing.
Oh my god.
Yes, I'm derailing your joke on purpose.
You derailed the joke. Okay. So before thank you, Robert, so much. So before I go too much into this, I'll tell you kind of the backstory. So Mark Brooks is a wonderful cover artist. He's really good at what he does. I do think there is something to be said that he definitely went out there and kind of tried to poke the bear when it comes to comicsgate. Like, I can't say that I know for certain how this all started, because it's been a really, really long time that they've kind of been going back and forth between Mark Brooks and I don't know. This one specifically is Gabe Altib, but I've seen him on talking to other people. I've seen him I believe go after people like Mandy because of hair clips or something I seen. I don't know the whole story, right? This has been going on for some time. But it got taken to a whole new level. Like, this is something that we see on a normal basis. Like, people poke the bear, they poke back. They poke back, they poke back. They work off of each other, and they kind of don't leave it alone. Like, comicsgate hasn't stopped harassing people like Tim Lim and Doug Ernst for years. Like, since the very inception of comicsgate, when Tim Lim wanted nothing, to my remembrance, with them. Basically, they haven't left him alone. They did the same thing to people like Mike S. Miller and a lot of these people. So, Mark Brooks, I guess Mark Brooks does interiors too. Gabe, so there was also, now if you remember, Gabe El-Taib is the writer, or I mean, sorry, colorist that worked for DC Comics when Son of Kal-El was announced last year during Fandom. Was shortly after that he left. I don't know why specifically. I believe it was because they changed the slogan in the Son of Kal-El book, or because he was made bisexual. I don't know which. I've heard both.
From his own words, is because DC Comics now have like woke writing, and they're catering to the SJWs. And then he gave the example of the Son of Kal-El comic, and that's why he left. But obviously, he didn't like John as bisexual, and so that's why he left.
Right. So he was doing the coloring, I think, up until issue number 4, and then they recolored that issue. And now he's doing basically the Trinity, a book. And now it is kind of his own, what is it? Truth, Justice. I don't know. It's something. The title of the book is something along that lines. But regardless,
bye.
Holy fuck, that was my ears.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. And then that brings us to Mark said basically that he blocked him well over a year ago, right? Well over a year ago. And now Gabe, okay, first off, we need to talk about that Perch interview. Holy fuck. Did you listen to it?
Because I was reading the comments first, and I was like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna like this interview, so I didn't watch it.
Holy shit. I watched some of it. I like Perch. I felt bad for Perch during that interview. I feel like he was trying, Perch had questioned him about something, and he was like, no, let me talk. Like, he was so ungodly rude whenever Perch tried to say anything. And I've watched one or two of his, I think it was a video about Tom Taylor. I can't stand his attitude. He has a really bad attitude. And even in that kind of comment section, anybody that criticized him one teeny bit, he was writing back to. It was like low T energy, just absolutely everywhere. Like, when you can't criticize somebody, it's a little worrisome. He was just so rude. So that brings us kind of up to date. Now,
wait, did you say Tom Taylor?
No, in that interview with Gabe El-Taib.
I heard Tom Taylor. I'm like, wait, when did Tom Taylor do an interview?
No. I said I watched a video he did, I think, about Tom Taylor a while back.
That's my bad.
But that I'm not from, like, I don't watch his videos, so I don't have an interest. But Gabe has been kind of stalking, is a good word, Mark ever since he's joined comicsgate. And there gets to a point where you take it into the real world and it's not okay.
It wasn't just Mark Brooks too.
What do you mean?
He was also trying to get to Tom Taylor.
Does anybody else see the problem with that behavior? Like, you want to prove you're not a hate group? Don't stalk people. Don't show up at you can show up at a con, that's not an issue. Like, if you're just going to have a fun time, whatever. But if you're posting why you're going there, making veiled threats, I don't understand what's wrong with you. So this brings in Mark Brooks having to assess the situation because he was literally there stalking him. I punch people to prove I'm a pacifist. Best way possible. Best way possible. After many tweets, private messages, and phone calls regarding this past weekend at San Diego Comic-Con, I want to clear the air and specify what happened in hopes it doesn't happen to anyone else. To begin, I blocked the person I'm about to speak across all social media almost a year ago. I could tell I could tell then that I wanted nothing to do with him. This apparently wasn't a clear enough message. Over the past few months, he seemed to take great joy in posting about me, challenging me to it over his hard right beliefs, along with a plethora of insults and veiled threats. I mean, yeah, but the thing is, once Mark posted that, all of that disappeared. That doesn't say guilty or anything. That doesn't say guilty or anything. If you go back and you delete everything, you probably shouldn't have posted it in the first place. Just saying. He has a decent following, so these posts caused a shower of insults, more veiled threats, and literal threats. It's the internet after all, so I brushed it off, blocked their accounts, moved on. After 20 years in the bed, yeah, your skin, it's gotten thick. Finally posted a challenge to debate me at San Diego Comic-Con, along with a bunch of insults, and pinned it to his page. I still had him black, but that doesn't mean I can't reply. I challenge him to get a life and touch grass. Not my proudest moment. I mean, I get it. But I just wanted him to stop, so I thought a snarky reply might work. I should have known it wouldn't. My better angels were off that day, apparently. It appears to me that this person was a bit obsessed. That's an understatement. Yeah. I wasn't then, and still aren't sure exactly how he chose me to focus his ire. As far as I know, I've never met him, and I don't remember if I had. He's a complete stranger to me. Oh, wow. So they never even met. I thought maybe there was some vendetta.
So, for that one, I was looking it up really hard. So I was looking up screenshots and all that stuff. So what he did was that he took a picture saying, "Oh my gosh, I missed Mark Brooks. Maybe next time." And then Mark Brooks said, "I'm literally around the corner. You know, if you want, you can."
So he could have just walked up to him, technically.
Yeah, but he didn't. And he did the same with Tom Taylor's booth, where he was not at the right spot, and it's probably on purpose. Yeah. Because even Mark was like, "Hey, you know, I'm right around the corner. Just get in line if you want an autograph," or something like that.
So yeah, that shows he was full of shit the whole time.
Apparently, and then he made a video. Did you see the video?
No, he made a video.
He made a video afterwards saying, "Oh no, I missed Brooks and Tom Taylor. I really wanted to meet my old co-workers. Aw."
Maybe we'll have to look at it. I'm looking on his channel right now. Is it live at San Diego Comic-Con? Is that the video you're talking about?
He wasn't at the Comic-Con when he did the recording. He was outside. So I want to say
he
that
took it down.
I saw it yesterday. So somebody must have saved it.
What was the thumbnail?
There was no thumbnail. There isn't really a thumb. Yes.
We'll look after we're done reading this. I bet he took it down just like he took down all of those threats. This is just piling up evidence for a police report. Crap. I wish I would have seen it too. Yeah, this is I'm sure I hope he fucking files a police report. I tell you what. Apparently he had worked for in the industry as a colorist for some time. At some point, but as far as I know, our paths never crossed. but for some reason, I was his new favorite enemy, a one-sided war where I didn't even know I was participating. As often as I've said, Twitter isn't real life. I can roll, laugh, mute, and block anyone for anything and not think much about it. People talk and act big on a keyboard. Yeah. But I also dislike bullies immensely. Yes, that's a lot of times why I have disagreements for the keyboard warriors to come out, but you can see how well that goes. Fast forward to past week at San Diego Comic-Con. It was an amazing show and felt like a reunion after so many of us had missed the fun and camaraderie. Hugs, handshakes, and big smiles for everyone. Da da da. I know this guy would be an attendant due to his San Diego Comic-Con challenge and had been monitoring his social media out of the abundance of cautious. Fair. I would too. He seemed to have anger. Yes. Serious anger. If you listen to that Perch video, you can see the serious anger issues this dude has. It is ridiculous. So better safe than sorry. Still though, I didn't expect anything to come of it. The first few days of the show went off without a hitch, if anything. It felt like one big party and I was loving every minute of it. Things changed Saturday night. I got a message from a friend with a screen cap from Twitter. This is where I got a little nervous. No, is his name really Ultra Maga? No. Oh my god. Okay. All right, sure. Couldn't find little Marky. Maybe tomorrow.
And that's where, he's literally around the corner.
Why?
Like,
if he really wanted to talk to him, why would he just not walk there?
Well, that's what everybody was saying. Since Mark Brooks was like, I'm literally around the corner. You can get in line for an autograph if you want to. And then somebody I don't remember if they were just tagging Gabe or they were tagging Mark. But they were saying like, listen, I've seen you, Gabe. You're a big guy. You can take both Tom Taylor and Mark Brooks. And then Mark was like, what did you mean by that? And he was like, because he's like a big big guy in the comic industry when artist wise. And he was like, no, but you were comparing our size. That has nothing to do with comics. What did you mean by that?
Yeah. Oh my god.
And I'm like, Robert, why would you even lie?
Wes's comments blasted him for. I meant to make a Superman video yesterday. I didn't end up having time, which is fine. But I did watch some of Wes's. I kind of quit after he was like, "That's not even the right Superman," and I was like, "Yes, it is." Okay. All right, sure. Thank you so much, Robert. But yeah, this is not normal behavior. I'm sorry. It is not normal behavior.
And he also, Mark said that he didn't want a debate. He doesn't want one. But you still try to, quote unquote, meet him, but he was just around the corner and you were possibly purposely on the wrong spot. Since he was at the panel,
sure.
He had a panel too, so he knows how this works.
Right. He knew what he was doing. He was basing his post off of, I hope none of my audience is smart enough to know that he's literally just behind that sign and I'm just posing for a picture. Good morning, Carrie. I hope, and I know I'm gonna say this too often, but I really hope he files charges. When it bleeds over into real life, when it's more than just, ooh, I don't like you and you're online, that's when you file charges. I have no idea too much about Mark Brooks. I love his artwork, but he could have had his wife or his kids there or anybody there that could have been in danger also. He is clearly already shown that he has anger issues, Gabe. So I wouldn't, no fucking way I would have called the cops. I'm sorry, I would have. or security or something.
I'm glad he did get security.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm saying, like, this is bordering at the point where you file some sort of harassment charges. I've had to do it a couple times. There's not a whole lot you can do, especially when it's online. But when it goes into the real world, you can do it a lot easier. And there's a lot better ways to take care of it, at least at the bare minimum, to have it documented in case it continues. Because clearly he is not proud of what he's done if he's taking everything down. See,
My silence is agreement.
Gotcha. See, I'm not scared exactly, but recent events around the country put my guard up. I spent the next day scanning the crowd around my table. Every once in a while, I didn't think anything would happen, but I also didn't want to get caught off guard. By the afternoon, my caution had turned to anger. How dare anyone try to ruin anyone else's good time? I wasn't going to be intimidated by someone looking to ruin my con high. In short, I was fucking done. Fair enough. I would have been done way before that. I went to my booth manager and asked for security. Within 15 minutes, I had 2 plainclothes police officers at my booth. I shared all the posts I had along with the photos he posted and asked that he be told to leave and everyone else alone. Wait, that he be told to leave me and everyone else alone. Okay. My understanding is that he wasn't at his table any longer and that he had relinquished his spot to someone. So I had no idea if he found out police were looking for him. If we didn't, he does. If he didn't, he does now. Oof. Since he has scrubbed his Twitter of any mentions of me, so I can only assume he got the message pretty loud and clear, buddy. But it doesn't erase what he did. He took his harassment into real life. He recorded videos at San Diego Comic-Con mentioning my name and that he was looking for me. I'm hoping this is the end of it, but I also worry about future convention appearances. This doesn't seem stable. If he is attending a convention as an attendee or guest, I won't be there. There are a lot of times we see people like, do you remember a while back, I believe it was over in UK, Frank Miller actually got removed.
Yeah.
From a con for no reason. There should be no reason why Gabe is allowed. This kind of behaviors will get him barred from any con in the future. Thank you so much, Reese. I don't agree with most of what you say until you become like the people who work at Marvel DC. You can sell out some money. Thank you so much, Reese. I appreciate you. This culture war shit ruins everything. Absolutely it does. This sounds like some real beta ass anger issues. I'm alerting all my conventions that this will be the case from now on. If the person has harassed or sought to intimidate you, I advise you to do the same and document everything. Conventions are for like-minded people who come together and celebrate a hobby we all love. It's supposed to be fun and carefree. No one should feel worried to attend and feel the joy comics brings to us all. Some may say I'm overreacting, and that's cool. But I love going places like San Diego Comic-Con, so I'll be damned before someone like this guy takes that joy from me. Comics are awesome for everyone. I plan to do my part in keeping it that way. This is terrible. I'm sorry. There is nothing okay about this.
That scared me.
I'm sorry. We're going to look it up, though. We're going to see if he still has his video up.
I've been looking this entire time.
Oh, you already looked?
I'm still looking.
Do you recognize any of the thumbnails?
Okay, so I know he still kept the one with Billy on it. Nope.
He
It's a
took it
few
down.
seconds. Yeah, probably it's a few seconds, and it's in the shot the way the one with Billy is. I saw it on Twitter, and so I'm like, I can't find that one anymore. Dang it.
So,
Why did I not save it? Oh gosh, just scared me.
I know.
There it is. That's the one. No.
This
wait,
is it?
Dang it. I know he was outside, and I know he had those earphones on. Maybe it
Trying to
was
look.
like near the ending or something like that.
And she.
Oh, wait. That one looked in the middle of familiar. Oh.
It's Billy Tucci.
I'm looking for a car to my wife. What's happening, man?
Billy
Oh,
Tucci,
nothing.
she.
We went on over, went and talked to Sergio Cariello.
So freaking pretty.
I'm behind on his stuff. I don't know, like, that's a lot. Okay.
So did he go out and go back in?
I did save it. It's on my phone. I am a genius.
You are awesome.
Oh, of course it was from Vicky's channel. When was this? This was 2-3 days ago. Okay, so please hold while I send this to you.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
When does it stop being a troll? I think that's a really fair question, Otis. I think once it crosses over in real life, or you make threats that could impact your real life. Like, there's a lot of times I'm guilty of trolling too much too, but I would never threaten anyone. Never. Freaking can't believe she got it. That's awesome. I'm gonna say it right now, and I know a lot of people are more interested in the Fandom menace because comicsgate's kind of dead, but this is much more serious. This is a level of unacceptable that I can't justify even trying to wrap my brain around. Like, I'm a troll, never threaten people. Joe to go! Welcome! By the way, Joe, I don't know if you were here in the beginning of the stream.
There you go.
I know you have more of a direct line to Lucas. You should send him that clip for disagreements this week.
Yee.
Or
sorry that took so long.
All right.
The face he makes is kind of weird, but I wonder if I'm just thinking too much on it. I missed a lot of comments, so if I missed any of your comments, I'm sorry. I was too busy searching.
All right, we got a little bit of a video here. I tried to make it as full screen as possible. This idiot. This idiot.
But, yeah. It's too bad Mark Brooks and Tom Taylor weren't at the booths, huh? I wanted to say hi in person, you know? So, I wanted to catch up with my old colleagues. But, yeah.
Okay,
it's
wait.
Too bad Mark.
Tell me, I'm not good at delivering lines. Like, I sound robotic when I make a stream or a script up. This sounds very rehearsed here in the beginning. I don't know if he's talking to his wife or his daughter. I don't know.
They did say he was with his wife.
Okay, so his wife. I just knew I had seen before he did some some stuff with his daughter on his channel too, so I wasn't sure. But this sounds like, oh hey, I'm gonna say this real quick. Just back me up, honey.
But, yeah. It's too bad Mark Brooks and Tom Taylor weren't at the booths, huh? I wanted to say hi in person, you know? So, I wanted to catch up with my old colleagues.
Well, I'm definitely going to be saving that video later. That is Wow. I don't even know what to say. Like, how can they justify at this point that they are not?
It
They are
sounded
not
so. It sounded so passive aggressive.
Yeah. I'm not right or left, but keep calling out these racist haters and frauds. Thank you so much, Steven Johnson. I am politically homeless like you. I think there's just so much. It's just a manipulation on both sides, and I don't think any of it's okay. No, Eric, Tom King never violently attacked a fan. No, he did not. I don't know where you heard that from, but he never violently attacked anybody.
New profile picture. I like the one before.
Wait, let me see the new one. I missed it. Oh yeah, I do see. Let's see. Can we see what it is?
Oh, it's Mysterio. I think the other one was Namor.
You can. I'm Michael. What?
So the thing is, like, to me, it looks like a blob, but then I see purple and green, and I thought it was just those two colors mashed up together. But then I look closely, and I'm like, see, okay, I see green, I see purple, and I see smoke. Is that a fishbowl? Mysterio.
Yeah, I have old people eyes. I'm sorry. But yeah, that never happened. What'd you say?
Liver. Vitamin A. Good for your eyeballs.
I've been blind since like birth. I swear.
Don't eat carrots.
I just this bugs me because I actually had somebody in my when I posted about this and I said we'd talk more about it on stream today, because I usually reserve Thursdays for more of talking points, or if Amber Heard has got drama or something like that. But this, he didn't tweet he ever violently assaulted anybody. He never said he laid hands on anybody. He said it's Mysterio. You were correct. He said he I don't remember exactly. He had him removed or called security on him. He never said he was
I did hear about something like that.
Yeah. I remember, I think the whole thing was proven it didn't actually happen, if I remember correctly. But he basically, like, it was somebody with a Rorschach mask on was wearing the mask, so they didn't actually have to wear a mask, right? Because they had one on. And they removed it to something, and he was upset about it, and he called security or something like that. But he never violently attacked anyone. This is it's weird because, and I'll show you what I mean. Yesterday when I posted about this, I said we were going to talk more about it today and all that fun stuff, right? Because I seen it and I was initially like, this is real. Like, you just proved what you've been trying to deny all along. Well, I had somebody come in, and of course these people are going to defend the behavior, the super brainwashed one, right? They're going to defend the behavior. I get there's going to be that person. But what bugs me is when people justify the behavior. That's a shame. Try to make me feel bad for it. That's a shame. I like your content, but I like that guy, and I think comicsgate is just a big smear. They have these people so convinced, and I know I was part of it. I was there before. This is what irritates me. They have these people so convinced that it is all a big smear campaign against people that don't agree with their politics. Ethan Van Sciver has people convinced that he got fired from DC for voting for Trump. It's mind-boggling. Joe to go, thank you so much. That Ryan Kinel video, Lucas already watched on live. Oh, okay. I am late to the party. Wait, that just happened like 2 days ago. Today's Thursday. There's no way you watched it. The one where he makes a joke about George Floyd? Didn't that like just happen, Bianca?
I saw it yesterday.
Let me look up the original video. One
I
day
should have looked
ago.
up the date.
Yeah, it literally just happened. But yeah, it's brand new. It's brand new. If you're looking for the title, it just says Ryan Kinel makes a joke. It's on a channel called Little Movie Perp. I see a Little Movie Perp around every once in a while, but he don't like me. Because he's super friends with Forced Adversity, and I'm problematic, apparently. I remember him watching it. That's so weird. Let me check.
Figure drawing said it happened like 4 days ago or something.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe I just heard of it.
I'm always late to the party, so
I know, right? The thing is when I don't use social media, I'm always like 4 days late on everything. I was trying to look up the original.
Joe DeGo says they remember Lucas watching it too.
Well, all right. I apologize. Because I thought it was newer. Yeah, here's the original live, and it was 3 days ago. Maybe it was on. I don't know. It'll always be a mystery, Joe. It'll always be a mystery. But what I was saying was, I hate that. What bugs me so much about this kind of stuff is that people actually get convinced of this. And as somebody that's been convinced of this, it sucks. Because once you figure it out, you're the fucking fool that sat there and believed it was only a smear campaign or it was all politics. No. Why do you think so many people have left like big names like Mark Miller? Or I know there's more. I don't even recognize them anymore when I see them. But a lot of them have left because the problem isn't Ethan's politics. The problem is it's a group of asshats. I'm sorry. It's a group of assholes. That's the problem. And they pretend like it's politics. When they display racist behavior, it's you guys can't take a joke. Oh, for sure. When you call it out, you're sensitive or race baiting. 100% this comment right here. Thank you so much, Stephen Johnson. You're too sensitive. You're a snowflake. You're triggered. How dare you criticize our joke? It's just jokes, bros. It's just jokes. We don't care that a man was murdered in the street. It's just a joke. When did the funny police arrive? It's just a joke. I fucking can't stand it.
Well, Elon, well, that's because as long as you're on your good side, he's obviously not going to do anything. I remember
what did
when
I miss?
he joked about John being a lesbian.
John being a lesbian?
He was direct messaging somebody, and that's when he called John a lesbian. I guess they were talking about John De La Rose.
Oh, I thought you meant John Kent.
Oh.
Wait, what's the confusion though? That about Ethan not being homophobic or something?
Oh, I think Elon was saying that Ethan has been pretty nice to him so far, and makes that's odd though. Ethan's made several direct tweets to me joking about being gay.
Okay. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Ethan also went, oh, who was it after? There's been tweets, or not tweets, private messages that have come out where JDA was using the F slur, the bundle of sticks swirler, and some pretty negative stuff. There's Ethan literally calling, and I don't like the guy, but he literally calling forced adversity a bundle of sticks slur. Like, they're both pretty fucking terrible. Yeah, Robert, I know. I told you. I have said it. I have said it many times. I believed it. Oh, okay. So you watched it Sunday. Okay. I have to check it out. That makes more sense. Like I said, I'm always late to the party when it comes to this stuff. But it's not just that it's this smear campaign. They convince these people about ESG stuff too. That one's mind-blowing that people believe it. Have you heard that one?
I'm still confused about ESG. I remember Tevye asking, what's ESG? And I looked it up, and then I gave him the answer. And the way everybody's comments was, I'm like, shoot, that was probably not the right answer. Is it about stocks?
Yeah, it's investing.
Okay, thank goodness I got it right.
It's basically like, the E is environmental. So it's how and it's not to do necessarily with just comics or with just movies or with just television. It's the actual company. So Disney or Warner, or how much, it's basically like a weird way for investing in their carbon footprint, how much waste they put out. How much.
Wait, does that matter?
People invest in everything. Of course it matters.
No, like since there's like the whole environmental part in ESG.
No, if they make a character gay, it has nothing to do with ESG. But they've convinced people it does.
How? How does that correlate?
Because of the S. That's the social part. Employee relations has a lot to do with it. Diversity has part to do with it. The very teeny small part. There's also working conditions, health and safety. Like, but you take something that has to do with investing. What kind of different, like, gas emissions you have, or local community, or even stuff like the government, which is there corruption? What's their tax strategy? And you convince somebody that's why they made John Kent bisexual. Are you there, Bianca?
Yes, I'm just trying to take this all in.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand. Is this what people really think?
Yeah. And so much so that I've had people on my posts be like, that damn ESG is making all the superheroes gay. Or, oh, well, it's because of ESG. No, it's not. Like, I'm pretty sure it was one video that I clipped and kind of made fun of when it came to Ethan. He did a whole, like, well, I think the reason why they're doing this to your superheroes or doing that, went through this whole thing. It's on my TikTok too. Is because of TikTok. I know, right? It's because of ESG, and there's this huge misunderstanding about what it is, and it's all predicated because nobody knows what it is, and instead of looking it up, they just take Ethan's word for it. And as far as I know, he's the only one that's really spread this. Is Geeks and Gamers banned from Universal? Not to my understanding.
No. I don't see any reason why they would be banned. Like, you think Universal Studios is going to be like, oh my gosh, this one video, we have to find them. We have to find out where they live. They will be banned forever.
I think the only way they would have gotten banned would have been if somebody heard them and directly said something, and they probably would have just got a warning anyway, or they were being obnoxious and idiots there. And Universal's bottom line is about bringing in money. The fact that you have a TikTok is inexcusable. No, it's so. My TikTok is gotten so sad lately, though. Like, don't they add ESG to food? Yes, ESG is according to Black Phoenix, it's great on eggs. Punish yourself. My TikTok feed, and I hate it because I always want to send you stuff, Bianca, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna make her go to TikTok and send it anyways. But my TikTok has gotten like my feed, like all my recommendations are like women crushes or political. I'm like,
what?
Like all the girls that I have crushes on there, like my women crushes, and they all look very similar to Ruby Rose, like that kind of androgynous hot girl look, or it's political. It's like I basically it's pro-choice and pro-women stuff. Like I love seeing women support other women, and I think it's awesome. But TikTok is for Zoomers. Hey, I like it. And it's so, how much, like, the last few months have gotten ridiculously busy for me. It's finally starting to calm down. But, well, hopefully. So making a short sometimes is easier for me to do. And now YouTube's doing this thing where you almost have to put out shorts or they won't put your other videos out there. I sent it to you, Bianca. So I'm going to do a poll while we're here.
Ooh.
I'm going to do a poll and I want your guys' honest answers. I tried to get the feel for this person because I couldn't tell if they didn't like me because I criticize like people like Geeks and Gamers, or they didn't like me because I'm not doing it enough lately, or I couldn't get the feel of it. But I got this weird email by does my shorts content bother you? I want to know.
Haha, I get to vote too.
That's right.
Wait, when you say your shorts content, do you mean just the Johnny Depp Amber Heard stuff or just everything in general?
Everything in general.
Anything? Oh, okay.
I am curious. We'll look here in a second. Because the reason I bring this up is because I got an email and it was somebody complaining about it. But what I've also been able to do while still making my other content is put out shorts and have those almost in a weird way. I accidentally closed the poll. What did it say? It said, does my shorts content bother you? I've, in a weird way, been able to fund everything else on my channel. Everything else. And it really kind of became this power. And I don't put out more than 3 a day. I usually put out 3, or I schedule it. And I'll have it done for the next day if I'm busy or something. And I still love making my normal content. I still do. We haven't missed a bad ideas. I still do my comic book videos. I still cover stuff that has to do with the trial, but sometimes people don't like shorts content. So I wanted to make sure. But it's been a really useful tool in my repertoire of tools here, I guess. To actually be able to not only grow and not only able to fund everything with my channel. Like, there was a lot of months when I'd be able to, where I'd have to pay separately for stuff or go above and beyond what I was making. And now all of those little things that add up, whether it's my, video processor or Restream, all of those things now have been able to be funded by Shorts content. So I don't feel bad putting it out. Quit apologizing for your success, Nerdette. Haters gonna hate. I know. But I almost do feel bad. Like, people that signed up for this channel or, subscribe to this channel, look at it and go, oh, it's just a Clips channel. It's not just a Clips channel. There's a lot of discussion. I still stream 3 times a week. We still do bad ideas. I still do comic book videos.
Is go to your channel, go to videos, filter out the shorts, and there's the videos. That's it. That's all you can do. They can see how much videos you put out a day. It's not a big deal. I don't watch a lot of the shorts, as you can see, since I'm like, whatever I'm interested in, I'll watch it. But it shouldn't be bothering people. And even if it was just a majority of shorts, it's not like it's a bad thing, since a lot of people's content rely on shorts too.
I didn't know you could do that. I just went and I had no idea. You can filter that shit.
I told you. I emailed this to you like yesterday.
I know, but I thought when you said that you meant because there's also
Like
all
scrolling?
video. I thought what you meant here. Let me show you. I thought what you meant was. Hold on, let me go there. Like, you can go to sort by. I thought you meant most popular.
No. You can. There's like a. I mean, on
Right
my.
That is so cool. You can do live now. Past live streams, I learn something new every day. That's so cool.
But yeah, I tell people you can just do that. Even on John De La Rosa's stream, he was like, "Look, see, a majority of it is just videos about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp," and I'm like, "No, filter out the videos and just put the videos," because she literally put out 2, a Bad Ideas and an indie interview.
Yeah.
Which I felt they would have appreciated, because you did an interview with an indie creator. But they ignored all of my comments. But even somebody else wrote, "Hey, these are just shorts. Filter it and put the actual videos." But they ignored that person too. So bye, Elon.
Bye, Elon. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm glad. I know I shouldn't feel bad about it. I don't know why I do. I always feel bad. So I've got 77, about 2/3, or about 3/4. I meant to say. I said 2/3. Is okay with that. Says it doesn't bother them, and that's awesome. That makes me feel a little bit better, because this person's going in hard through email. Like, you should feel ashamed. Like, why? I don't get it. Now it's just us figs.
Figs?
I don't know. Oh no, what's Grace Randolph doing? Oh, jeez, oh Pete. She's ridiculous! I will stand Jeff Johns every day of the week.
Did you hear what James Gunn said about Grace Randolph?
Yes! I'm sorry, that was hilarious. Like, I've told people for a long time, I don't mind Grace. I actually do like her. Sometimes she has a little bit of tea. It doesn't always necessarily come true. And I like her movie math videos because they're much more unbiased than like watching most other channels like we've talked about today. But other than that, I really don't take her word for anything other than a rumor or speculation.
Wait, disagree? What I said that you disagree with, Carbon Heart?
Why would we kick you if you disagree?
Did I say anything that was disagreeable?
You said, did you see what James Gunn said?
No, before that, I remember what we were talking about. We were talking about filtering out videos, but I don't think any one of that is disagreeable. You can just filter out the videos.
Hello, Angelo. You are late.
Oh, Old Man Comics is here.
Oh, hello, Ingleteen.
I knew it was him. I just didn't say it because I was scared.
I think it's funny though. Like James Gunn was pretty much on point with that. Grace Randolph has this weird tie to the Snyder Bros that is like bordering on the unhealthy when she's going out there and saying stuff about Jeff Johns just wants residuals. That's ridiculous. Out of curiosity, Ingleteen, I don't know if you're gonna talk about it on your channel, but I would be curious what you thought about Gabe Al-Taib stalking Mark Brooks. You guys are way too sensitive. You're having a debate stream. What? Comic Quirks.
We're having
Also,
a debate?
awesome channel. I didn't know we were having a debate.
Oh, did I win?
Yes, you won.
Yay, where's my money?
You won all of the debates. Every single one of them.
I'm pretty sure the person complaining about Tristan's shorts was the one that was sensitive. Not me explaining that you can just filter it out.
Yeah, I was just like, it struck me as funny, but also I was like, well, if it really bothers the majority of people, then have a conversation about it. But it's a really, I used to only put on shorts if it was like something from my TikTok I'd bring over. Not only that, but you do get paid for shorts. They do bring in revenue.
Not a lot, though.
No. I think I didn't get a shorts bonus last month for 21 million views. I was so mad. 21 million views. I didn't get, well, I did get paid for like if they got an ad or whatever, but when you use the shorts feature, you don't get ads. So 21 million views. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, whatever. It brings in new people. It brings in revenue that helps me with other stuff on the channel and keep, my subscriptions, my comics, all of that. I'm happy with it.
Oh, who said it? Cartoon and Comics says, are you more hyped for She-Hulk or like next season of Stargirl?
Oh God, that's so hard.
I don't feel like it's fair though, because Stargirl's on her season 3 and She-Hulk hasn't even started yet. I'm super hyped for She-Hulk because I love She-Hulk.
Wait, I have a super important announcement. Season 3 of Harley Quinn comes out today. I am so excited. And next Friday, Sandman comes out. Do not disappoint me. No, that's really hard. I really want She-Hulk to be good. And I'll be okay even if the little bit of, like, I love She-Hulk enough. If the CGI is not perfect, I'll be okay with it. But Stargirl is Stargirl. I gotta go with Stargirl. Stargirl is amazing. Let's be real.
I still have to finish season 2.
I think you got some time. When does season 3 come out? Next month, right?
We haven't. Listen, she's too busy watching Master Chef. Okay, she's so obsessed with it. We haven't even finished. Like, we could have finished Batman Beyond a long time ago. We could have finished Stargirl a long time ago. We are watching 6 shows. We're not done with any of it because he keeps watching Master Chef.
Master Chef, is that with Gordon Ramsay?
Gordon Ramsay and like 2 other chefs.
Okay, that Gordon Ramsay's pretty entertaining, to be fair.
It is a lawyer comedy. Yes, Jarrell.
There's so many cameos, though.
And then like Daredevil, Frogman. I think something called the Wrecking Crew.
And then They've got Tatiana looking like Peggy Bundy. I don't know if I don't. I just please make it okay.
I have to look who that
Come
is. I
on
don't know who
now.
that is.
Wait, you
At
don't
least
know who
the actress is. No, I don't.
Bianca's so young.
I watch old movies.
It's not a movie, it's a show.
I watch old shows too.
Yeah, you were watching the Golden Girls.
Yeah, I love the Golden Girls.
Golden Girls is awesome.
Oh, what was Angelo's? Why must everything be comedy with Marvel? She-Hulk is a comedy, though. She's always been a comedy.
Yeah.
So that's right up her alley. Plus, Miss
I would-
Marvel wasn't that much of a comedy show either.
I would say that definitely expect Daredevil to not be a comedy, or Blade, or even maybe
No, we're gonna expect Blade as a comedy.
that would be so weird. I just hope they do it justice, because we've got the old Wesley Snipes stuff. That was Wesley Snipes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have to watch them.
Wait, is this Peggy Bundy? Oh my god, okay. Before we end, I gotta show.
No, Miss Marvel was super fun.
Miss Marvel was my favorite so
she
far.
just looked like her. Yes, I'm sorry.
Here's Peggy Bundy. You don't see Tatiana kind of same style?
Yes, I do.
So close. Oh my god. Not that I didn't like that show, but I just was laughing like, come on. Tatiana's supposed to be super sexy. I mean, Peggy Bundy was hot, like, for her, her shtick.
What show was this?
Oh my god, what was the show called? It's the one with Al Bundy. Married with Children.
Oh.
You've never even heard of it, have you?
No, I heard of it.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, that's so
But I
funny.
thought I've heard people talking about it, but because of that, I thought it was like 2000s. Is this 2000s?
No, that was like, I don't even know if it was like before my time. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up. When
70s?
did Married with Children come out? 1987. You just said, I said, but no. This is not going without being talked about. I said it was before my time, and you said 70s?
Yes, you said it was before your time, and you're born in like the 80s or something.
I was born in late 80s, and you said
that's still 80s.
70s? You said
no
70s.
70s that this came out, not that you were born in the 70s.
I know. Oh my god, that's so funny. All right, guys, we are going to wrap up. But thank you for...
I actually do want to like redo my statement now that I remember that George Floyd and the other guy were two different people, and I was thinking about two different scenarios. I do need a do-over for that.
You mean when you thought it was Jacob Blake?
Yes.
So, to the question that I asked, I said, did you think this was worse than his statements with Batman?
Can you repeat the question?
The question I asked when you were confused was, did you think this was worse than what he said with the Batman?
Oh, okay, yeah. I feel so bad. I said no because I'm thinking about two people.
And I get that situation. That one was such a fucked up situation. I knew what you meant afterwards. Robert,
I feel so bad because everybody was so angry, and I'm like, I'm confusing two different people. I'm sorry. I was literally meshing up their freaking entire lives together.
That was I think the chat exploded immediately and then realized the mistake you had made. So you're good. It is pronounced It's Titania. Titania?
Yeah, for
Titania?
She-Hulk villain, right?
Why have I been calling her Tatiana for forever?
I don't know, weirdo.
Well, you think about it. You read comics, so you don't know the pronunciation. I called Hippolyta forever.
It's Titania.
Titania. Okay,
Yes.
I got that now. I when I first started my channel, and I would do like a Wonder Woman review or something, because there'd been so many times that I was just reading it because I didn't watch a lot of the stuff. I didn't watch the Wonder Woman movie, nothing. So I would always say Hippolyta. Oh my god. So bad.
That's how I pronounce it too, because I can't pronounce Greek names in general. Any foreign name I can't pronounce, and they're like, no, it's Hippolyta, and I'm like, that's how you freaking pronounce it? Oh my gosh. So I had to keep practicing. Practice.
I try it too. Like, I'm hoping in the next movie we get like either Nubia or I haven't been a fan of the Vita Ayla Wonder Woman era, but I do like that they're giving is it Faruka? I could be saying it wrong. It's not even out of the realm of possibilities. I really hope we get to see Faruka. She's a badass.
Who's that?
She's part of the Bonham McDowell.
Never heard of it.
She would be perfectly played by the lady, well, she's already in the MCU, by the lady that plays Michonne with a bald head. You know what I'm talking about?
Michonne. Oh, Michonne with the ball. Yeah, Michonne.
That would be awesome, but it'll never happen. Yeah, but is there anything else you wanted to add before we go?
I think everything is in full swing. Sorry that you got reported again.
Yeah, that's
I'm
all right.
26.
Wait, what?
Somebody asked how young I am.
Oh, yes. We've got
born in the 90s.
Quit bragging, lady. You still said the 70s. I just can't. I can't. Feel all the. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, guys. Make sure you guys check out Bianca's channel as always. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.